tool to make sense of and understand the world around us. We need mathematics to help put events and trends into perspective. Maths Expo has a significant impact on child psychological development. It contributes to child's general growth as well as academic performance. Project based learning is supposed to assist youngsters to improve their critical thinking, communication, and teamwork skills as well as their practical understanding. Let's realize and appreciate the beauty of the subject and embrace it with all our heart.
Dear parents and my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. It is with immense joy and pride that we organize Expo 2022, a motley of creativity, talent, knowledge, and 21st century skills. This annual event is of utmost significance for it offers students an opportunity to depict diversified themes after exploring, investigating, analyzing, problem solving, designing, and editing. Collaborative nature of Expo not only enhances their skill in team building and leadership, but also reinforces the social and emotional learning. Dear parents, we view our world with a global perspective now. The aim of this project is to give learners an environment which stimulates intrinsic curiosity, inquiry based, and experiential learning in hope to transform them into individuals who become successful professionals, civic leaders, and informed citizens of the global society. Dear children, I have complete faith that this year too, Expo has given you a brilliant platform to unleash your hidden potential and fly with broader wings. I hope you have also learned to understand, appreciate, and reciprocate the global issues and are progressing towards becoming an active participant in addressing and resolving them. Here, I would like to share a poem. Not everyone gets it. Not everyone gets it right the first time. Success is unfortunately a wicked, difficult climb. However, for those who just don't lose hope, success will throw down a life saving rope. Work hard, work smart, and you will succeed. Don't follow the rest of the world, take lead. All my best wishes I send to my dear students. I hope you keep getting successful till the end. I would like to congratulate Principal Seema Agarwal, the proud parents, supervisory heads, class coordinators, and the team of most hardworking teachers and sincere students on the accomplishment of this sterling event. I look forward to witnessing the enthralling and gripping presentations by my dear students. Thank you, dear children, and all the best. May God bless you always.
A very pleasant good morning to dear parents and my dear students. Expo is one of the most popular and sought after annual events of the school as it taps talents and provides to the children an opportunity to explore their potential to the fullest. Expo 2022 focuses upon bringing a new level of innovation and designing. The varied themes covered provide the students a chance to research, analyze, think critically and creatively. The preparation and presentation shall allow the learners to engage in fruitful collaboration and experiential learning. Dear parents, if we are to prepare students for success in life, we need to prepare them for a project-based world. Expo connects students to the world beyond the classroom and makes them ready to accept and meet challenges in a way that mirrors what professionals do every day. I hope you will appreciate the school's endeavor in developing children into confident individuals equipped with 21st century skill. Dear students, I'm sure that like every year, this year too, you have participated with utmost zeal and enthusiasm. I'm certain that you have put your best foot forward to showcase your themes and in the process enhance your creativity, interpersonal skills, and IT skills and boosted your confidence. As someone rightly said, and I quote, I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to you, dear parents, for your motivation through your constant support and cooperation. I would like to congratulate the supervisory in charges, teacher coordinators, and the entire team of diligent and devoted teachers for their tireless efforts to put up a grand event. I'm eagerly waiting to witness some marvelous and inspiring presentations by my wonderful children. Thank you.
Morning to one and all present here. I, Kirti Seth, on behalf of Class 8G, welcome our Honorable Administrator Ma'am Mrs. Anita Vadera, Principal Ma'am Mrs. Seema Garwal, In charge Ma'am Mrs. Seema Sharma, esteemed judges, lovely parents, and my dear friends to the most awaited event of DLDAV, the virtual maths exhibition, the Geometry of Bridges.
We will have our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. We welcome our Honorable Administrator Ma'am, Principal Ma'am, and In Charge Ma'am.
Geometry is one of the classical disciplines of math. In Greek, it is roughly translated as earth measurement and is concerned with the properties of figures and space.
Geometry is important because the world is made up of different shapes and spaces. Geometry finds huge applications in the real world. Geometry also helps us to decide what materials to use, what designs to make, and also plays a vital role in the construction process itself. So, let's dive into the world of geometry.
We have different methods of expressing or explaining our feelings and our thinking. Dance is one of the ways to express ourselves, and it's an ancient form of expression. Our culture shows the evidence of dancing, usually to celebrate, relax, but also to connect and to simply enjoy life. So let's begin with a classical dance performance by Aishwarya.
dance performance by Aishwarya.
Maths is incredibly important in our life, and without realizing it, we use the mathematical concepts. Maths is not only the most essential subject in school, but it's also one of the most important subjects to learn about in life. Maths help us understand the world around us by helping us figure out the patterns. It assists us in building reasoning and problem solving skills. Now, Navya and Ashita will present a poem, Mathematics in the Modern World.
Mathematics is a part of our daily lives. It can be seen in the market like buying chives. Even driving to the daycare, we can see maths everywhere. Mathematics is full of fun. You can learn from starting to step 1. So many equations that I should understand, but I'll benefit on the other hand. Mathematics shows me how to solve, from a simple problem to a hearty resolve. Many problems that have various solutions. Guides me in my misinterpretation. Mathematics is full of mystery, such as algebra has a huge history. There is a sequence of Fibonacci, where the golden ratio everywhere we can see. Mathematics is essential in life. It is tough to live without it. There will be a lot of misunderstandings and strife if math is gone or quit. Mathematics is a universal language, whether you are well educated or ignorant. Learning is an endless experience for your advantage. So start to embrace and take an action, not just rant.
So that was thoughtful.
Geometry is considered to be an important part of our real life, since world is built of shape and space, and geometry is its mathematics. The use of geometry is inevitable in construction works. Building dams, highways, bridges and other structures are some of the finest uses of geometry in everyday life. Geometric shapes are a significant part of bridge design. Properly used geometric figures can create extremely strong bridges. Now, my dear friends will explain it through the skit, Geometry of Bridges.
Hey mother, what are you painting?
My son, I am making the picture of a bridge.
A bridge? What is it?
A bridge is a structure that is constructed for the purpose of providing passage over the obstacle, which is usually difficult or impossible to cross.
You know, Mohak, in our time, the first bridges were believed to be made by nature, as simple as a log fallen across a stream.
Mohak Beta, during the period of Lord Rama, a bridge Ram Setu was constructed from India to Sri Lanka by the army of Sri Rama, the mythological king of Ayodhya.
But now we have modern bridges like suspension, truss and cable bridges, and they all depend on geometry for their shapes.
I don't get anything, please explain it to me. I can't understand how geometry is used in the bridges.
For that, you have to go and ask your brother and sister about geometry involved in the bridges. They will definitely explain you.
My dear brother, what happened?
Can you please explain what is a bridge and how geometry is used in the bridges?
Bridges are the structure that crosses an open area. A lot of times, the bridges have roads or paths on the top so that the people can cross from one side to another. The bridges are designed from top down but are built from ground up.
I can't understand what you are telling. Please explain with an example.
Let's say we have two mountains and a valley in between. We want to cross it, so we have to build a bridge across the valley. Just take a paper and put it on the top. It will act as a bridge. A good bridge is something more than just a road connecting two mountains. A good bridge has structure and strength. So, the easiest type of a bridge is the beam bridge.
Now I got it what is a beam bridge, but which shapes are involved in a beam bridge?
One of the geometrical shapes used in a beam bridge is a triangle. The beam bridge is the most basic type of a bridge. This bridge is constructed when a rectangular piece of metal or wood is laid over the empty spaces. Two rails come from each side parallel to each other to further strengthen and to add support to the bridge.
Do you know all bridges can hold certain amount of weight?
Okay, but what happens if we put too much weight on a beam bridge?
It collapses. So, a bridge that carries trucks and cars which are heavier would have to be stronger than a bridge that carries bikes or people on their foot which are lighter. There are some advantages of beam bridges like they are less expensive, they can build quickly, and versatility is one of the main advantages. There are less environment impact and multiple material options are there like wood, concrete, steel, wire rope, etc. Yes, there are some disadvantages of beam bridges as well, like it is span limitation. Sagging issue is one of the concerning issue of the beam bridges. It provides only basic support and they get weakened as they get older.
For example, we have Viii Setu in Assam. It measures 9,150 meters or 9.15 kilometers in length.
The another example is Dunghai Bridge situated in China which measures 32.5 kilometers which is 20.2 miles.
Do we have other geometrical shapes in the bridges?
Yes, I know about a bridge which is in the shape of an arch.
Is an arc a geometrical shape?
Yes, my dear brother, another geometrical shape which is used in the bridges is an arc. An arch is an arc, an unbroken segment of a circle. Arches are used in the bridges to distribute the weight among the bridge. In this design, instead of all of the weight pushing down on one area of the bridge, it is spaced out between the entire length of the arch. Arch bridges do not break. Instead, they flex or bend under pressure. And do you know, arch bridges can be classified into deck arch bridges, featuring arches below the deck, and through arch bridges, those which has arches above the deck, which are generally tiled arches. The arch of the deck has hangers, which are parallel to each other.
Advantages of arch bridges. It offers high resistance level compared to other designs. It offers to span a greater distance. They are extremely strong and they could be constructed with almost any material.
Which bridge is stronger, a beam bridge or an arc bridge?
An arch bridge is stronger than a beam bridge, my dear brother, simply because the beam has a weak point in the center where there is no vertical support, while arches press the weight outwards towards the support.
But there are some disadvantages of arch bridges, like they require experienced hands, they take much more time to build, they cost high and they are too much flexible.
Some examples of arch bridges in India are the Godavari Arch Bridge, which is built over the Godavari River, which is 2.8 km in length and 97.55 meter in height.
Famous arch bridges of world are Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Its length is 2.3 km and height is 179 feet.
So, which shape can you figure out in the arch bridges?
Arc of the circle, parallel lines. Tell me something more about bridges. It is very interesting. I am very much excited to know about it.
Mohawk, let me tell you something interesting about the triangles. The structure of bridges are made sturdy by using triangular patterns. Triangles are more durable than squares because if we put a square under the pressure from one of its sides, it would collapse. Triangles, because they have three vertices, would not collapse if a vertical force is put on the top vertex. The weight will not crush the figure. The structure will deflect it. If squares are put under the force bridges are put under, they would collapse. Let's watch. So, I have now a very nice little cube. I'm going to let the brick go. When I stick the brick on the top of the structure, the connectors aren't that strong. So, instead of staying up, the whole thing just flattens. Instead, let's try building a structure based on a triangle. As I apply force on the triangle, you can see that
It has a lot of stiffness. There is no flattening in this shape. Four triangles all stuck together are called a tetrahedron. So I am just going to keep adding triangles until I have enough structure to support the brick. Nice. Those triangles are not flattening like the other shapes. The triangles are braced against each other for stability. It's a nice, strong structure that supports the brick. The structure of bridges are made sturdy by using triangular patterns.
Why do truss bridges use triangles?
Truss bridges often use equilateral and isosceles triangles to distribute weight because the equal angles allow forces to spread evenly across the bridge. Triangles are one of the best shapes for distributing weight because they take force from a single point and distribute it across a wide base. Connector plate, small metal rectangles used to connect certain parts of the bridge together. These plates help to make up the structure of the bridge so that it will withstand pressure and will not collapse. Truss bridges are built with triangles. This type of bridge remains strong because with triangles there is always either compression or tension on each side, so they won't bend and collapse. Truss bridges are made with a repeating pattern of triangles to create sturdiness.
The trusses handle both tension and compression, with the diagonal ones in tension and the vertical ones in compression. The arch bridge supports load by distributing compression across and down the arch. The structure is always pushing in on itself.
Yes, there are some advantages and disadvantages of truss bridges. Advantages. It is a very hard bridge with lots of construction work, so it will not fall by the weight of moving cars. Disadvantages. In these type of bridges, the area for connectors is more than the area for road for transportation. Some examples of truss bridges in the world are Quebec Bridge in Canada, height 104 meter and width 29 meter, built on St. Lawrence River, and the famous Havra Bridge in West Bengal, India, height 82 meter and width 22 meter, built on Hooghly River.
So all the bridges are trussed. That sounds interesting.
But not all bridges are made up of trusses. A bridge has to cross a really large body of water. It might be too difficult or expensive to build a truss bridge. So engineers designed another kind of bridge called a suspension bridge.
So all the bridges are trussed.
No, not all bridges are made up of truss. If a bridge has to cross a really wide body of water, it would be too difficult and very expensive to build a bridge. So that's why engineers design another kind of bridge called suspension bridges.
That sounds interesting.
You know, symmetry is a geometrical concept that is used in bridge design. Symmetry is where one half of a figure is the mirror image of its other half. Symmetry is important in bridge design because the entire length of the bridge must be able to bear weight. An asymmetrical bridge can cause bridges to crash. Reflection symmetry is when one side of an object looks like another side of an object. Bridges have reflection symmetry so that each side of a bridge looks like another side of a bridge and equal forces put on both the ends. Typical modern suspension bridges have same.
Also, two major forces act on a bridge at any given time: compression and tension. As a simple example, think of a spring. If we push both ends of the spring towards each other, we are compressing the spring. Thus, a force of compression acts on it to shorten the spring. If we pull both ends of the spring away from each other, we are stretching the spring. Thus, a force of tension acts on it to lengthen the spring. It is the purpose of bridge design to handle these forces without breaking or failing in some manner. Suspension bridges work by using this force only. Suspension bridges are strong because all the force on the bridge gets spread out. The weight of the cars, horses, or whatever is traveling across it pulls on the cables, creating tension. Those cables then pull on the towers and the anchors to hold up the deck.
Oh, so that's how the suspension bridges work.
Modern suspension bridges are characterized by M-shaped cable pattern. Cable are strung over towers and anchored on both the ends. The roadway is suspended by cable by thinner cables on road. The roadway's weight and any additional weight are transferred to the cable, which create a force of tension. The cable then transfers the force in towers and anchors. Typical modern suspension bridge span distance from 2,000 to 7,000 feet. Example: Dobra Chanti Bridge in Uttarakhand, India, and Kanakal Bridge in Turkey.
On the construction side, geometry is also used to determine area and volume, to define the site for excavation, to determine changes in design, effects of design changes on a budget, for measuring sizes and shapes of materials prior to installation. Geometry is used at all stages, from the pre-design stage to the final construction.
Mathematics is the cradle of all creations, without which the world cannot move an inch. The present age is all about the skill development and innovations. The more mathematical we are in our approach, the more successful we will be. Mathematics provides rationality to our thoughts. It is a tool in our hands which makes our life simpler and easier.
So now, let's move towards the finale.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war, you can talk the guy, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck, dedicate yourself and
yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war, you can talk the guy, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck, dedicate yourself and you go find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame,
yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name,
yeah.
Cause you burn with the first flame,
yeah. Dedicate yourself and you go find yourself.
पूछना पूछ के चलना मरना जीना मर के जीना मांगने वाली चीज नहीं है मौका उसका जिसने छीना गिरना उठना उठ के चलना चढ़ जा अंबर जीना जीना याद रहे ये शर्त सफर की पीछे पूछना पूछ के चलना मरना जीना मर के जीना मांगने वाली चीज नहीं है मौका उसका जिसने जीना गिरना उठ के चढ़ जा अंबर सीना सीना याद रहे ये शर्त सफर की पीछे मुड़ के देख कभी न जीत का जुनून है तो हार सोचना क्यों जब जिंदगी है एक ही दो बार सोचना क्यों मैं परिंदा क्यों बनूं मुझे आसमां बनना है मैं एक पन्ना क्यों रहूं मुझे रास्ता बनना है मैं परिंदा क्यों बनूं
ॐ द्यौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्ति ॐ